Okay.
Okay.
Come on in.
Hi, my name's Olivia. I'm a JMUPA student. Do you mind if I come in and talk to you for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Do you mind confirming your name and date of birth for me?
It's Zane and date of birth is March 5th, 1989.
So, okay. And then do you mind if I take a seat?
Sure.
And I do use she, her pronouns. Have any preferences?
He's
And then, is there anything I can do to make you feel more comfortable at this point?
Just
And then we're gonna do a comprehensive exam today, is that correct? Do you mind if we get started? So I'm gonna ask you a few questions about why you're here. Do you have a referral for us today?
Okay.
I'm just here.
And then what brings you in today?
Yeah, I've just been having some pain in my abdomen.
And then where is that pain kind of located in your abdomen?
Right here in my right upper quadrant.
Okay, and then, when did that start?
I think like a few months ago.
And,
How would you do?
throughout the few months, has it gotten worse? Has it gotten better? Can you kind of describe it?
I think it's the same.
And then, can you describe the overall pain for me?
Yeah, it's like this like severe steady aching type of pain. Almost feels like a gnawing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being no pain, 10 being the worst pain ever. Can you rate it for me?
Yeah, it's I would rate it an 8 out of 10 when it happens.
Okay.
So
Then, so when you say when it happens, does it have a certain time of the day that it happens, or is it?
Yeah, I mostly notice it like a few hours after certain meals.
You're going one at a time. Yeah.
And then, is there anything that makes it better?
Just not eating fatty meals.
Anything that makes it worse?
Just eating fatty meals.
Then, do you have any other symptoms along with it? Any fever?
Yeah, I have yes, I have fever sometimes, but not really.
Any chills?
No chills.
And, just kind of like any overall fatigue at all?
No, not fatigue.
Okay. And then,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of go over, how is this affecting you?
It's kind of frustrating because like I feel like I can't eat what I liked eating as much, and I get kind of sick after eating. So
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm gonna kind of summarize everything. If you see that I missed anything, just let me know. If you want to add anything else in, just let me know. So you have right upper pain in your abdomen. It's been there for a few months. It kind of gets worse when you eat fatty foods. It gets better when you don't eat fatty foods. It's more of like a gnawing pain. And then throughout the last few months, it's kind of just gotten a little bit worse. Is that correct?
yeah,
On a scale from 0 to 10, it was kind of like an 8 or a 7.
yeah, an 8.
And then no fevers, or you do have a fever, but no chills and no overall. And then anything else you want to add in?
Sometimes I also have nausea and vomiting, but that's about it.
So I'm gonna ask a couple of questions about your past medical history. So, how would you describe your overall health?
For the most part, I'm over it's this recent issue that began.
Sorry about that. And any allergies to any medications? No. Any allergies to any foods? Like any allergies to the environment? And then are you currently taking any medications?
I've been using some ibuprofen just over the counter for the pain. It doesn't really seem to help, but
Do you know what the dosage is for that?
just whatever the over the counter dosage is.
How often do you take it?
Just as needed whenever I feel the pain.
And then any other medications that you're on?
No, that's it.
And then are you
Any easy bruising?
have you ever had any recent surgeries?
Nope.
Any recent hospitalizations? Any recent blood transfusions?
Nope.
And any recent accidents? Nope. Recent injuries? And then are you up to date on all of your immunizations?
I believe so.
And are you up to date on all of your healthcare screenings, like your cholesterol, your like blood work,
I'm
that kind of stuff?
I think so.
And then do you perform any self-exams?
I don't.
And then, I'm gonna kind of move on to your family history at this point, and I'm gonna ask about any of your blood relatives. When I ask about a family member, just tell me their name or their age, and then if they've had any significant illnesses in the past, okay? And then, tell me about your father.
He is 70.
And then any, pertinent healthcare.
I think she has some hypertension, that's it.
And then how about your mother?
She is also 70 and, she just has a hypothyroid. That's it.
And then, do you have any siblings?
No.
Any children? And then, how about your maternal parents, your mom's parents?
Paternal grandparents, they're all healthy.
And then what, are they still alive?
Yeah, they are. I think they're both 100.
And what about your, paternal grandparents?
They're dead.
And do you know what ages they died?
I think, my grandfather died at like 80. And then I think my grandmother died at maybe 90.
And do you know what they died from?
I just unknown causes.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
It's okay.
So happy life. And then, moving on to more of a personal history about you. Do you do anything else?
Yeah, I'm a college.
Okay, and that must be sometimes stressful, huh? And are you, where do you from?
Just this area, Harrisonburg. Yeah.
And do you have a good support system around you?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay. And then can you kind of explain the culture around Harrisonburg?
I think it's very diverse, very, a lot of different ethnicities. It's really nice. Everyone has a very good, outlook on life.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I like to work out.
And how often do you exercise?
Like about 4 or 5 days a week.
And then, besides the fatty foods that you like to eat, can you describe other details of your diet?
I think overall, it's a healthy diet. It's just the fatty foods, like, night shift. Sometimes I'll like stop by a fast food chain.
And then can you tell me about your sleep patterns?
Sleep pattern's gonna change, if I'm on night shift and I'm not sleeping, but other times I get 8 hours in the night if I'm not on night shift.
And, have you been traveling within the last year?
No.
Can you describe a typical day in your life?
I wake up at like 6 a.m., go to the gym, and then after that shower, go to work. Usually there from 8 to 5. With night shift, kind of the opposite schedule is true.
Can you tell me if you practice in any alternative healthcare practices like chiropractor work or acupuncture?
No.
And then, do you use any tobacco?
No.
Any tobacco history at all? No. And do you use any alcohol?
Nope.
Any alcohol use at all or history? And then any recreational drug use? And then, do you wear a seatbelt when you drive?
Yes, I do.
And do you have smoke detectors? And do you wear a helmet when you ride a bike? And then I'm gonna kind of move on to a sensitive topic. If you feel uncomfortable at any point, just let me know, but I do ask this of all patients. Are you currently sexually active?
Yes.
And is it with males, females, or? And then do you use contraceptives when you, participate in sexual activities? And, do you have any sexual concerns about your sexual activity?
No.
And are you satisfied with your sexual activity?
Mhm.
Do you feel safe in your current relationship?
Yep.
And then,
Then go.
and I'm gonna kind of ask you about your review system now. So I'm gonna go head to toe and just ask you a bunch of questions, so stick with me. I'm just say yes or no to any of them. And, then we'll wrap up everything. Okay? So I'm gonna start off generally. Do you have any overall fatigue?
I don't think so.
And then any weakness at all? Any changes in your weight? And then, any headaches?
Yeah, sometimes.
And then any, dizziness,
Nope.
any loss of consciousness,
Nope.
any rashes, unusual rashes on your body,
Yeah.
any bumps all over your body.
Nope.
Any hair loss. And then any pain in your eyes, any redness in your eyes, any unusual discharge from your eyes, any pain in your ears, any pain or any
Somebody's gonna have something.
discharge in your ears,
Yeah.
any
So it's like
hearing loss,
but I know.
and then any loss of any pain in your nose, any unusual discharge from your nose, any sores in your mouth,
I know.
any sore throat, any dryness in your mouth, any neck stiffness, any neck pain, or any lumps on your neck. And then are you having any chest pain? Any feeling of your heart racing? And then do you have shortness of breath when you lay down? No. Do you have regular shortness of breath when you're walking up the stairs or just walking in general?
I don't think so.
And then any coughing, any wheezing, any indigestion,
Sometimes, yeah.
and then any heartburn.
Thank you.
I don't think so.
And then
I know, I need to
do
really.
you have any, besides the abdominal pain, do you normally have any stomach pain at all?
No, usually it's just right there.
Just in this area, okay. And then are you finding any lumps in your breast? Or any discharge from your nipples? And then any pain in your breast, in this area? And then any pores in your groin, any pain in your groin, and then any unusual discharge for.
I know. So.
And then are you having any muscle weakness in your legs? Any muscle pain? Any pain in your joints? Any large veins in your lower legs? And then any swelling in your lower legs? Any healing in your lower legs? And then any nervousness? Any anxiousness? Any mood fluctuations? And then are you having any excessive thirst? Excessive sweating? Any heat or cold intolerance?
I don't think so.
And then any easy bruising? Any easy bleeding? Any enlarged lymph nodes? Any swollen or painful lymph nodes? And then
Like, okay, anything like this thing, and I'm like.
any tingling in your body, any numbness in your body, and then
I like the runners. And all of the stuff.
that I have for you. I'm gonna bring all this information back to my preceptor. We'll kind of talk about your right upper quadrant pain and get to the bottom of that. And then we'll be back into talking in a few minutes. Okay. It was very nice to meet you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yay. I hope that recording